Welcome. Today we are automating Revit using C#. Chapter 1 covers automated sheet creation and view placement. Chapter 2 dives into generating 6 distinct room views and placing them on dynamically created sheets. Let's begin. Let's start with stage 1 of chapter 1, creating our sheets. As anyone who has worked on a large-scale BIM project knows, manually creating dozens or hundreds of sheets is a tedious and error-prone task. To solve this, we are driving the entire process through Excel and a custom C# BIM automation. First, we set up our master Excel spreadsheet. On screen, you can see that each row represents a single unique sheet. We have dedicated columns for all the vital information Revit needs. This includes the sheet number and the sheet name. More importantly, we specify the sheet family and type right here in Excel, which dictates the physical size and title block of the generated sheet. But we aren't just creating blank sheets. We are populating their metadata simultaneously. As we scroll across the columns, you will notice project-specific details. We have the sheet issue date and columns for our project consultants: the architect, BIM consultant, electrical consultant, HVAC consultant, and the public health consultant. Once our Excel data is perfectly organized, we head over to Revit. We trigger our custom C# BIM automation. The C# code reaches out, reads this Excel file row by row, and interacts with the Revit API. In a matter of seconds, you can watch the project browser populate. The exact number of sheets specified in our Excel rows are generated instantly. Each sheet is perfectly sized based on the family type, correctly named, and fully populated with the correct consultant parameters. This completely eliminates manual data entry, ensuring our project standards are maintained flawlessly from day one. Now that our sheets are ready, we can move on to placing our views. Now we move to stage 2 of chapter 1, placing our views onto the sheets we just created. For this, we rely on a second Excel spreadsheet. This sheet acts as our mapping document. Each row contains the critical details of a specific sheet, paired directly with the exact views that need to be hosted on it. We run our next C# command. The program reads this new mapping data, locates the existing views in the project, and automatically drops them onto their designated sheets. It's incredibly fast. You might notice after placement that some views appear too small or too large for the specific sheet size. This is a common occurrence since views have different native scales. However, we don't need to adjust these manually. This can easily be fixed by applying predefined view templates to those views, automatically locking in the correct scale and graphic overrides, so they fit perfectly within our title block boundaries. Just like that, our standard sheets are fully populated. Moving on to chapter 2, we are tackling a much more complex workflow, generating and documenting specific rooms. This process will yield 6 separate views for every single room in our model. We begin with stage 1. To accurately generate views, we first need to harvest our room data from Revit. For this initial data extraction, we use a combination of Dynamo and Python. The script scans the Revit model, identifies all placed rooms, and extracts their unique element IDs, room numbers, and room names. This data is then written out to a fresh Excel spreadsheet. Using Dynamo here gives us a quick visual way to ensure we are grabbing the exact rooms we need before committing to view creation. With our room data securely in Excel, we move to stage 2. We are back to using our powerful C# BIM automation. The C# program reads the Excel file we just generated with Dynamo. Now, for every single row, meaning every single room, the program will automatically generate 6 distinct views in Revit. Let's watch this happen on screen. First, the C# code generates a dedicated floor plan for the room, cropping the view exactly to the room's bounding box. Next, it automatically places elevation markers in the center of the room and generates 4 internal elevations: north, south, east, and west. Finally, it generates a 3D axonometric view, isolating just that specific room in 3D space using a section box. Imagine doing this manually for a hospital or a large hotel with hundreds of rooms. It would take weeks. With C#, it takes minutes. But the program doesn't stop at just creating the views. As these 6 views are generated for each room, the C# program simultaneously creates a brand new Excel file. It writes down the room data, the specific names of the newly generated views, and the associated room level. This new spreadsheet is crucial. It acts as a comprehensive database of every single room view we just created, neatly organized row by row. This sets us up perfectly for the final stage, where we will take all of these newly created views, group them by room, and place them onto their own presentation sheets. This ensures that no elevation or 3D view gets lost in the project browser, and our documentation remains meticulously organized. We have reached the final and most impressive phase of our workflow, Stage 3 of Chapter 2. We now have hundreds of room plans, internal elevations, and 3D axonometric views sitting in our project browser. Now we need to present them. Our goal is to take the 6 views we created for each room and place them all together onto a single dedicated sheet for that specific room. To do this, we look back at the Excel sheet we generated at the end of Stage 2. Currently, this sheet contains all of our room view data, but to create sheets, we need sheet data. So, we add some information to this Excel file. In each row, alongside the data for the 6 room views, we add our sheet parameters. We define the intended sheet number and sheet name. We specify the sheet family and type to control the title block size. And just like in Chapter 1, we fill in our project details: the issue date and the names of the architect, BIM consultant, electrical, HVAC, and public health consultants. This data entry can be done partially by automated BIM automation carrying over previous data, and partially by giving custom inputs as required. Once our spreadsheet is fully populated with both the view data and the new sheet data, we trigger our final BIM automation program. This program performs a dual function in a single run. First, it reads the sheet data from our Excel file. On the fly, it dynamically creates a brand new sheet in Revit, applying the correct title block family, assigning the exact sheet number, and populating all the consultant metadata we specified. Immediately after the sheet is dynamically created, the BIM automation reads the view data in that same Excel row. It grabs the specific room floor plan, the 4 internal elevations, and the 3D axonometric view associated with that room, and places all 6 of them onto the newly created sheet. On screen, you can see the result. The program iterates through the Excel file. Create sheet. Place 6 views, create the next sheet, place the next 6 views. The layout is handled by the BIM automation, mapping the viewports to specific coordinates on the title block so that the plan sits in one corner, the elevations are aligned in the middle, and the 3D view sits in the top corner. Now a quick note on presentation. Because rooms vary drastically in size, a small electrical substation versus a large banquet hall, the native scales of these place views might cause them to appear either too small or too large, overlapping the edges of our given sheet size. Just like we mentioned in Chapter 1, this is perfectly normal. We do not need to manually resize each viewport. Instead, we can adjust this rapidly using view templates, By applying a standardized view template, we can instantly alter the scale of the plan, the elevations, and the 3D view. The view templates also standardize our line weights, tags, and visibility graphics, ensuring that despite the automated placement, every single sheet looks clean, readable, and highly professional. By utilizing BIM automation, we have turned a workflow that typically takes hundreds of man-hours into an automated, streamlined process. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. You can share your feedback through the comment section or by emailing me at the address shown on the screen. Your suggestions will help refine future content. Thank you for being part of BIM Let's Explore on ADI BIM Thinker.